You use it every day, but how much do you really know about it? Well, if your answer's not that much, that's okay, because I'm about to give you 40 fascinating facts about money. The oldest form of currency in the world are cows. As far back as 9000 BC, people were trading cattle for the goods and services that they needed. Moo. The Chinese were the first people to invent paper money around 806 AD. The first people to consistently use paper money were the French in the 18th century. Gambling generates more money than music, movies, and sports combined. Know your limit, play within it. You know how people refer to a dollar as a buck? Well, that originated before dollar bills, when people used to trade animal skins for the goods and services they needed, such as deer and elk bucks. Hence the term buck. Fort Knox and the New York Fed hold a combined total of almost 12,000 metric tons of gold. That's 7.5% of all the gold that has ever been refined in the entire world. I love gold! A common misconception is that money's made out of paper, when in fact it's a blend of cotton and linen, so it's actually more of a cloth than paper. Parker Brothers has printed more Monopoly money for its games than the Federal Reserve has issued real money in the United States of America. Over $5 trillion is traded daily in major stock markets around the world. Although nobody knows for certainty where the dollar symbol came from, one widely accepted theory is that it's an evolution of the letters US, as in US currency. It costs around 2.5 cents to produce 1 penny. This is why countries have begun to eliminate them, including Canada, Brazil, and Australia. Why? The term piggy bank comes from the Old English word pig, which was a type of orange clay that they used to make jars out of that held money. A single dollar bill can be folded up to 4,000 times before it'll tear. Germany's money once lost all of its value in 1923 due to hyperinflation. In fact, it was so worthless that people began using it as wallpaper and kindling. Das ist gut? Nein! Coins have a life expectancy of about 30 years. Paper money has a life expectancy of about 4 years for smaller bills and about 15 years for larger bills, like hundreds. 95% of bills printed are to replace bills already in circulation. Individually, the revenue generated by the biggest corporations in the world makes them bigger than some countries. Check out this list. Wrap your head around that one. In most first world countries like Canada and America, citizens are required to report all sources of income. Interestingly enough, reporting illegal sources of income, like say selling drugs, cannot be used against someone to prosecute them in a court of law. The most valuable legal tender coin ever created was by the Perth Mint in Australia. This 1-ton solid gold coin has a legal tender of $1 million, but the gold it's made out of is worth $50 million. Only 8% of the world's money exists in physical form. The rest of it exists electronically in computers and cyberspace. When flipping a coin, 3 times as many people choose heads over tails. The top 5% of lottery ticket buyers buy over half of all the lottery tickets sold. The most counterfeited currency in the world is the US dollar, mostly because it's the most universally used and has only a few anti-counterfeit measures on it. Most couples consider money to be the #1 factor in a successful marriage. And they might be right, because the #1 factor for breakups and fights in marriages is, you guessed it, money. You are 3 times as likely to die in a car accident driving to buy a lottery ticket than you are to win the jackpot from the ticket. Keep that in mind next time you're driving to the store. Feeling lucky? If you had 10 billion $1 notes and you spent one every second of every day, it would take you 317 years to go broke. Sweden has the highest personal tax rate in the world at 57%. Uzbekistan and Montenegro have the lowest at 9%. I'd still rather live in Sweden. It's against the law in almost every country to deface legal tender, no matter how creative it is. The $100 note has been the largest denomination of currency in circulation since 1969. The highest legal tender bill ever printed was the $100,000 bill in 1934 and featured American President Woodrow Wilson on it. Zimbabwe once printed the $100 trillion bill, but that's only worth $5 American. 92% of people say they would rather be rich than find true love. Very few people know this, but all that a check is an instruction to a financial institution, so technically it can be written on anything. In the past, checks have been written on stone slabs, bananas, and even cows. Moo. Just to give you an idea of how much prices have risen over time, in the 1920s you could buy a brand new car for less than $300. More money is spent on arms in the world than education, health, or any other form of development. A flu virus can last up to 10 days on money, which is why you should always wash your hands after handling it. I was just holding those 20s. The ridges on the side of coins originated back when they were made of silver and gold. Before ridges on coins, people used to scrape the sides of them to sell the precious metals. Studies show that $10 million is the magic number that can get people to do almost anything, including abandoning their friends and family, changing their sex, and even murder. That's not right. 90% of American money has traces of cocaine on it. It's widely believed that American money is green because green ink is highly resistant to physical and chemical changes, and the color green is psychologically identified with the strong, stable credit of government. More people fantasize about money than sex. Wow, chicka wow wow. The world's largest bill ever created was the 100,000 peso in 1998 by the Philippine government and was the size of a sheet of paper. The smallest bill ever created was the 10 bani note in 1917 by the Romanian government and is just about double the size of a typical stamp. There are 293 different ways to make change for $1. So those have been 40 fascinating money facts. I hope you guys learned a little something from this video, and I will see you next time. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please remember to click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. I release a new video every single Saturday, and while you're at it, click the like button and share this on Facebook. And if you've already done those things, then I don't know. I guess I should go wash my hands because I've been handling money and it's very dirty and I feel sick already.